Most time Christ. A little late start, you know what I'm saying, but we're going to get it in. No sweat. Shalom, I am Priest and General Mayak AhAhla of the ISUPK under Commander Junior Hunter. We about to get it on, and guess where we at? We are in the United Kingdom, man. We're in Birmingham. Shout out to Birmingham. You understand? Getting it in. We've been here for a week, and we done enjoyed ourselves, brothers. They took us to London, man. We walked the London Bridge. We took pictures at the camp spot over at the Piccadilly Circus, man. We got it in. The sisters won't stop feeding us. I got to run from them. You understand? They feeding us so much good Benjamin food, oxtail and curry and jerk. Listen, the brother took me, got some fish and chips. He said, get a side of curry to dip them chips in. They had the curry. I'm dipping chips in curry, about to pass out asleep. You understand? I had to stop. I said, listen, I can't eat all these chips. That's it. You understand? We've been having a ball, man, a beautiful time in the United Kingdom, man. I'm glad, we did this thing, man. I thank the Most High in Christ for Commander Junior Hunter, man, for not dropping his sword to allow the brothers in the UK to find this truth, man. You understand? And doing big things. Congratulations to Captain y'all, man. Congratulations, buddy, man. Captain of 10,000 y'all on deck in the house. You understand? Most High in Christ. Listen, Captain Karafia was always the man that the Lord wanted to run the United Kingdom, unbeknownst to most brothers and sisters. He was always the one. And I see that's how the Most High works, man. In all my years, he done did it time and time again, where you have a crew of brothers come in, or one brother or two brothers, and they learn and they bring other brothers in and make it bigger. And then, of course, they fail. You understand? After they done brought all these wonderful brothers in, they fail. And then the brothers they brought in end up being the real ones that the Most High wanted in the first place, man. Right. It's happened many times before. You understand? The first one failed. Listen, the scriptures say the first shall be last, the last shall be first. And we'll get that. Hold that for give me Matthew 20 and 16, mighty man. Shalom. You gonna read for me? No sweat. Matthew 20 and 16. Guess how else that happened, Akim? General Haziyan came in the same way. It was a brother who came in the ISUPK named Tom Cherry. He was a singer, and he came in with another brother named Andre Levon. You understand? I forget that I think one name was Shayar War, something that meant music, and the other one was Hamana Tazakia Lamafa, or something like that. You understand? That was their names until they dropped their sword, of course. But they were singers, and they had some good ISUPK songs early on. They introduced the truth to Boys to Men. That's Sean Stockman and Wanye Morris. They used to come around and park their car. They get out the car, but they park their car and listen to the camp. So that's how they got introduced to being Israelites. Of course, when most men had failed and left the ISUPK and followed some guy who said he was the God-sent comforter on earth, they went and followed him. I think Boys and Men with them. To hell with them. You understand? And I think these two guys, Tom Cherry and Andre Levon, they was in a little betwixt. And then they start calling us and they started learning under us. They came to the ISUPK and didn't follow those red and white guys. We call them the candy canes under the comforter. Well, the Lord eventually killed the comforter, you understand, because he was out of order for saying that he was God on this earth. You understand? Lying to men. You understand, and telling men that head priest Ariah was wrong about all of his breakdowns. You understand? Got these brothers in their old age, started to attack them, and somehow took over. You understand? I was just glad that he left the truth, but they were not part of the ISUPK when that happened. You understand? They changed their name to God and Jesus. The House of God and Jesus Christ. I forget the name of the damn thing, but they wore red and white and gold and white. So the Lord killed their God, you understand, with COVID. You know what I'm saying? Their God, what kind of God is that? Can't beat the COVID. You understand? So he killed their God, And I ain't heard a peep from them ever since.
That's right.
You understand? I know that their members and ex-members make all kind of videos, all the dirt he was doing and money he was stealing brothers' vehicles, just letting it, they need a vehicle for camp, they were saying, but he done took the brother's vehicle and now they can't use the vehicle for camp. He said his vehicle, his personal van. And so to where they had to climb a gate and break in the condominium parking lot to where the God man had parked his vehicle and breaking his own vehicle. And he said it was full of tithes, envelopes, and money and mail and crack, but just sitting there day after day. There's a whole bunch of stuff putting his kids through goddamn sending them to expensive Catholic schools or some more expensive schools to where the feds start investigating them for IRS fraud and all that there. You know what I'm saying? Tax fraud. You know, so it was a damn mess. But these two cats, right? Andre Levon, he was a police officer. And General Hazayan was his partner as a police officer, right? And we used to come back from D.C. after teaching in D.C. on late nights, and they would be on patrol. So they would find us always. I guess police could find you anywhere. They know when we in the city. As soon as we go to start dropping General Muhammad off, they pulling up. They pull us over and then want to sit, and we go into the scriptures with them, man, for a long time. And eventually, those two guys dropped their sword. Tom Cherry, he said he didn't want to. He paid tithes. He said he ain't never say it, but he always felt as though tithes was corn. You understand? So when I asked him, I said, well, you've been paying me tithes for a long time because I was the treasurer. You understand? When it was just a few of us, damn near just me, General Muhammad, and General Commander General AhAhla. And so I was the treasurer. So he said, yeah, I paid you tithes, but I ain't never believed in it. I lied. And that was him. He said that one time. We was in the council. You understand? He said he lied. He didn't believe in this and that. Fine. And then the other one, the other singer, Dre Levon, he said, I ain't joined this to be in no army. Like we was too rough. We was too rough and expecting too much discipline. You understand? I ain't gonna go into his business, but Hazayan caught him many a times on gay websites because he was his partner in the cop car and happened to peek over and see the laptop that he had open, and it was a homosexual LGBT website that he was on. And Hazayan had questioned him about it. Said, "Yo, what you doing, brother? What's going on?" And he said, "Oh man, it'd be a lot of women on here. I meet a lot of women this way." That's what he told him. So they went off anyway. They went off and thought that they didn't have to listen no more. And we had a whole classroom, filled with menorahs and shapars and different things. And so this classroom that we had was in a building over in Philly that they had secured because they knew the woman who ran the building. So they got this class for us. So when they started to fall off and didn't want to follow General AhAhla no more, we came to class one day and the locks were changed. They thought that this was theirs. They're taking it back. I know y'all familiar with that here in the UP in the United Kingdom. They said they're taking it back. But what they thought, we wasn't from the streets. We got through them doors. We got through them doors and emptied our classroom out. I don't care who got it at first and who initiated it. We emptied our classroom out, took our things. Of course, they would send in messages, third-party messages. Why you take our stuff? What about my this? What about my this? That ain't yours no more. That belonged to the Lord. That belonged to the ISUPK, home of the truth, the Lord. And so we got our stuff, got another school. You know what I mean? Now y'all know where we at in Philly, been rocking and rolling ever since. But the Lord, through those two brothers, they start bringing Hazayan around. And them late nights when we were pulling to Philly from D.C. and Baltimore, Hazayan was with this cat named Dre Levon. You understand? And we would go over scriptures, and Haz would have questions, and Dre Levon would have questions. And after a while, of course, when the two singers dropped their sword, the Lord killed one of them. Tom Cherry ain't around no more. He was a young dude, too. And the Lord killed him with a brain aneurysm. Young dude. Left the truth, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Tied just corn and I lied. The Lord killed him for that. You know what I'm saying? What the hell you want me to do? And the other one, Dre Levon, the other singer, he just floating. He started making videos for Muslims, wrestling videos, and putting crazy eyeballs in his head to glow in the dark and all that there. So through them, we got Hazayah. You understand? Now they were first, but that don't matter because the Lord sometimes he weed through the people that's first to bring these guys in. Listen, me and General Hyman, we didn't expect to be running no school. When we came in, there were 7 heads. Commander Junior Hanna was under them. There were other generals. There were schools all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And we just wanted to learn. You understand? We learned. We became officers, started teaching. We never expected to be the leaders of the ISUPK. But when men fall off, the Lord say he's always reserved several men who don't bow their knee to Baal. You understand? Everybody don't go to hell off. It was damn near everybody, but Commander General Yohana stood strong, kept his sword up, and me and General Hyman, we stood with him. We stood with him because we fell in love with the ISUPK, and we fell in love with it. And listen, a lot of these brothers here in the UK, they say they first came in off of a group that group that wears white. I think they call GOCC. Listen, the leader of GOCC, his name was Rakash Yar. You understand? When he was in the ISUPK, I was in his camp. And he was good on that mic. He knew how to teach the basics. He'd make the color of Christ seem outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Which it is. You understand? He knew how to drop basic scriptures on the people in the world, and they would get it. He'd answer their questions the right way. You know what I mean? I rode with him for a good while, man. That was my brother. You know what I mean? He used to invite me to his crib, make us breakfast and toast. We go take a ride out to the mall, you know what I mean, and do shopping for our houses and different things, man. Rakash Yar. You understand? I think they ended up when he left the truth and started that white cult or whatever the hell it is, Mason place. I don't know what it is. I know they got Hamites and the women running the councils and all type of mess. You understand? I think they was calling them bubble-eyed blackfish. I don't know who started that. But that's the same brother I'm talking about, Rakash Yar. He was my man for a minute. Excellent in the scriptures. I used to go to him with questions. You understand? But after he left, I went and checked out what they was teaching and all this and that. He was talking about when you die, you go to hell and Satan put hooks in your eyelids to keep it open and you never get no sleep. And I said, what the hell is all this craziness? Then find out all that mess is in a book called Dante's Inferno, which the Roman Catholic Church pushed to scare rich oppressors into paying their money, paying their tithes and keeping the church going. So, and this ain't the first time. So I say all that to say that we never expected to be running any type of school, but when it fell, when they tried to make it fall and try to destroy the ISUPK, we stood strong with Commander Junior Hanna, man. I had to keep it going, man. So we had to become leaders, whether we wanted to or not. You know, we had to take over and keep this truth alive. Can I get Matthew 20:16 when y'all get it? It was a must. Wasn't no question about it. We had to step up. You understand? The Lord showed Muhammad a vision a long time ago. I don't know how many people he told about it, but he damn sure told me about it. And back then, I was like, damn, well, that's heavy. And I I wanted to see when the Lord fulfilled it. And brother, that man y'all see teaching them classes and teaching these scriptures, that's the brother that the Lord, that he told me before he was this guy. He told me that the Lord showed him that he would be this guy. You understand? He had a dream or a vision where he was with Commander Junior Hanna, right? But Commander Junior Hanna was looking a little worn in the vision, right? And some strong, he knows an angel now, and was next to him, was next to Muhammad, and said, listen, you got to help him. And Muhammad looked at the angel and looked at Junior Hanna and said, no, I know if somebody else that could help him. I'm only little, Muhammad at the time. He said, what about General? He started in the dream. He started naming other generals that was in the school. He said, what about General Rawbon, who fell off after the comforter? What about General so-and-so? What about General so-and-so that was in the school then? But the angel told him, no, you help him. You help him. He said, but I don't think I can. What about so many other brothers? He said, you got to do it. Then he said the place started to spin and spin and spin. And then when it stopped spinning, he was like, a warrior looking at himself saying, I can't do this job. I can't do that. He was looking at himself. He had became what he is now in the vision, looking at his weaker self. You understand? And it blew my mind when he told us. And you know he's a hell of a storyteller. So he told it, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And then so, in hell, the Lord sent me a few visions that I told them back then. When we was first going to D.C., the Lord had us run into a brother that used to be in the truth years ago, a Benjamite. I think his name was Nathaniel, that Commander Junior Hunter knew. You know what I mean? So he was, good to see you. You were trying in D.C. Yeah, we teaching in D.C. now. We this and that and this and that. He said, man, come by my house, man. Come by my house. And we had nowhere to stay any damn way. We were just on the road teaching wherever we could. You understand? So we said, yeah, we went over. His wife made us the biggest Benjamite grub and had the real coconut. I'm watching put real coconut in the rice. And they made the little green, like mashed peas or some couscous. Couscous. I said, and she sat the plate down, and General Muhammad, he noticed when I see strange things, he be watching for the face of me. So she put the plates down. I said, it's something like that. And General Muhammad, I heard him holding his laugh. I said, oh, what's funny? I said, oh, and so, but I tasted it. You know, we went to the work, and it was delicious. You know what I'm saying? The rice, the beans. So he was taking care of us, and we sleeping. We ended up sleeping on his floors every time we came to D.C. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping on the floor. We went through some times, man, trying to hold on to this truth. And so doing all that, you know, we had to become, you know, those warriors. And so in this dream, while we building up DC, this brother's house. No, listen, I'm skipping, brother Slocky. I had a vision before we ran into the Benjamite brother. I had one vision where I was in a boat fishing. I used to do a slavery with an Ephraimite, and Slocky were running on, but we about to get in these scriptures. But I'm gonna give some background on how Commander Junior Hunter held on to this truth. You understand? And didn't let them destroy it, even though they tried. I'm fishing in a boat with an Ephraimite that I had a slavery with, who used to take me fishing over in the Chesapeake Bay in America. So we fishing, and a wave came and turned us over, and the boat flipped over, and we went in the water hard. Boom. So all I remember is being in this deep ass water. It was like we went in the water, and then we was way down deep in the water. You understand? So I'm in the water, and I don't see no up. I don't see no. I'm in the water. I'm like, but what I am seeing is brothers everywhere in this water. It's not just me and him. It's like a million. It's a sea of brothers all over. And so I'm thinking, shit, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drown and die. Something grabbed my hand and start pulling me. I look up. It was a white life preserver. Got my hand. It's in my hand and pulling me up. And as I'm going up, we passing brothers. And we passing brothers. And it's pulling me up for a good while. It's up, pulling me up. And I'm screaming, what about the brothers? What about the brothers? And I'm screaming, what about the brothers? It pulled me to the surface. It pulled me to the land. And then I hopped out the water, and I'm running in this dream. Of course, in there, it's like I know what I'm doing. But when I woke up, I'm thinking, damn, what? You know, how did I know that I got out, it pulled me to land, and I'm running through the sand away from the water, and I know I'm screaming, where's General Yohana? We got to find Yohana. We got to find General Yohana. And this is before I'm even rolling with him real good. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm running, I'm screaming, I'm damn near crying, screaming for him, screaming for help to get the brothers. Where's he? He going to know what to do. And I see a phone booth, and for some reason, I jetted to the phone booth, grabbed the phone booth like to call him, but grabbed the phone booth. Then I woke up, damn near a sweat and tears. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is going on? And told them about it. Then we in DC, you know, just us standing on ice, teaching all you know, seasons. That's where we found Shawarma, Katham, Kubal, Captain Shapar Napash, Mashak. You understand? But before we even found them, you know, we out there teaching with nowhere to stay. So we'd have to come all the way back on the road at the end of the night because we had nowhere to stay. We didn't know anybody yet. And then I know I had a dream one time. I told Muhammad about it. I said, General, man, I had this dream, and Muhammad was good with interpreting dreams. I said, I had a dream that we was in a house, man, And I know it was a Benjamite's house because they had a little like calendar or something on the wall that had the Benjamite colors, had the little X with the green. You understand? So I know it was a Benjamite. And in this dream, we in a room sleep. Shalom, brother. Yabashburka Thug. I told him I was in a room sleep, right? Whatever room I was in this dream, I'm in a room sleep, and these two Rottweilers bust through the door. Boom! And I look, I said, oh! And I'm on land. It's the mattress is on the floor, and I'm laying on the mattress. So when they bust in, boom, I sit up, and they come at me. I said, whoa! And they get me, and we wrestling, and we tussling these big ass. Listen, I could feel their breath and heat breathing on me while they knocking at me, and I'm wrestling them, and I'm holding them, but I felt no pain. There was no bites that I remember. I just remember the tussle, and I'm tussling with these Rottweilers. I could feel their weight. I remember the weight of them in this dream, the weight of them on me, and we tussling and the weight of them, right? And so after that tussle, I woke up. I said, any security out there? Oh, just Karathi? No sweat. So I wake up, and so I told Hyman about the dream. What's going on, okay? I told General Hyman about the dream. I said, man, I had a dream. We was at some Benjamite's house, and these Rottweilers attacked me. They didn't hurt me, but they was attacking me and wrestling me. So he simply said, look out for that Benjamite. Just as we do this work, look out for that Benjamite. And lo and behold, we met the Benjamite in Washington, D.C. named Nathaniel, who started to take care of us every time we came to D.C. to teach in D.C. and in Baltimore. And he had, guess what? 2 Rottweilers. He had 2 goddamn Rottweilers. Blew my mind. I think I almost gave up the spirit. I said, Hyman, do you see what I see in that yard? He said, I see it. I see it. And it was crazy to me. You know what I mean? Who the hell am I, Dom Gabar, for the Lord to show me anything about the future or anything? You know what I'm saying? So I know what the Lord showed me. You know what I'm saying? The Commander General AhAhla is the leader of the 12 tribes of Israel on this earth, representing Yahushua. You understand? So Matthew 20:6.
The book of Matthew chapter 20 and verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last.
So the last shall be first, and the first last. I don't care who brought y'all in the truth. Y'all started with the bubble eye blackfish. Who gives a damn? You understand? Somebody told y'all the truth. So and if they drop their sword, so what? You understand? The Lord said the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Once again, we got General Hazayan through some brothers that totally fell off because they weren't the ones. They weren't the ones. You understand? Give me John 15 and read on. So I can read on with that. Then I'm gonna go to John 15 and 12.
For many be called, but few chosen.
For what?
But few chosen.
For many what?
Many be called.
Many be called. Many are called to this truth, man. Everybody got a shot. Now the Lord have some brothers come into school, right? And they learn for a while. And let's say they bring 20 other brothers in. You understand? And then they drop their sword. To hell with them, man.
Right.
To hell with them.
Right.
The Lord wanted them 20 and used them to get that 20. And the Lord is just, and we just by not giving a damn about them because they had their shot. Many are called. Many, you understand? But what?
Few chosen.
But few chosen, man. The Lord chooses a chosen few, man. It's a chosen few to get to step in here and do this thing. You understand? And once again, me and General Muhammad, we didn't expect to run those schools. You understand? We didn't expect to run those schools, but the Lord showed us that we got to step into it. You know what I'm saying? He gave us the job, and we took it. You understand? And we took it. John 15 and 12. Like it takes brotherhood to run a nation, man. And the Most High sent Christ to teach us how to be the best brothers. You understand? And so you come into the truth and fall in love with it. You know, it's offensive. It's obvious that you never loved the Most High. You never appreciated what our Black King did for us. And you never loved this brotherhood if you was in the ISUPK and then you walked away. You understand? And then you walked away. Listen, I thank God for the brothers that's here, the brothers that's loyal, the brothers that's always going to be around. You understand?
That's right.
Listen, weaklings come and go. Weaklings come and go, been coming and going since I came in the truth. I done said Hyman created a show called Let a Hebrew Speak many, many years ago. No. What was it called? The Hidden Truth. The Hidden Truth Revealed. That's what Hyman created. He was part of that team that used to do that show. And of course, them Christian Israelites, when they left the truth, they stole the title and tried to keep using it. You understand? And then Commander Junior AhAhla simply said, why not let a Hebrew speak? You know what I'm saying? And there we go. We got Let a Hebrew Speak. How's a young rocking that thing out? You understand? But this is a beautiful, beautiful job, man. It's so beautiful that I don't even like trying to force nobody to believe it, to force anybody to come up in these classes. I don't even like it. If they talk mess and try to resist, I say, no, hey, more power to you. I wash my feet of the damn thing because this is a gift. And this gift shouldn't have to be forced on anybody. You understand? And this gift that we got teaches us how to love each other, man. And love each other in a way that the Most High looks down and is pleased. John 15:12. those voices, them demons, and Satan whispering. He knew how to battle it and show and taught us how to do it. Read on.
Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth.
Right, like Christ, he said, so I don't call you servants, man. I don't call you servants. The servants don't know what his Lord doeth, but I'm telling y'all everything, man. I'm giving you the mission. I'm giving you the script because you're not just servants, you're my brothers. You my brothers. Read.
But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
Right. Like his example is that servants don't know nothing about their masters. They just serve them and then walk away. Christ said, everything the Father taught me, I done taught you. Showing you that you more than just servants. You my brothers, man. You my friends. Give me Mark 14 and 25. You my brothers and my friends. Mark 14, 25. And that's what's glorious about being in the UPK. Because we understand how much Yahushua loved us. We understand what he sacrificed for us. Everybody don't understand that. Christians think he died so that we can go eat pork. That he died so we can be disgusting, vile sinners. And that's the reason why he died. He knew we wanted to be sinners, and so he died. That's really their doctrine. He knew I wanted to be an adulterer and adulteress. He knew I wanted to be a whore. He knew I wanted to be a sodomite. So he died so God would forgive me for those things and still love me and know my heart. The Lord does. God does know your heart. The Most High knows your heart, and it's disgusting. Your heart is disgusting. You understand? And Christ never died for you to be a sinner. You understand? He died so that when you find out that you're supposed to stop sinning, when you find out your past sins can be forgiven while you start and become a new brother or a new sister. That's why he died. He didn't die to allow you to disobey the Almighty God. Mark 14 and 25.
The book of Mark, chapter 14 and verse 25. Verily, I say unto you,
go ahead.
I will drink no more of the fruit.
And this is the love that our King got for us, man. Remember, he said, you ain't servants, man. You my friends. You my friends. And everything the Father gave me, I'm going to give you. That's how much I love you. That's how close of a friendship I want with you. How close of a brotherhood I want with you. He said, I will drink no more. And listen, y'all, who knows? Christ loves to drink some wine. Y'all know that, right? So much that they tried to call him an alcoholic. They called him a wine bibber. He says, thou art a wine bibber. That's a drunk in modern terms. You're an alcoholic. You drink too much. But he didn't drink too much. The scripture never said you only could drink this much or this much. You can drink whatever you can handle if it don't cause you to sin. If drinking causes you to sin, you drink too much. If drinking causes you to be to break this brotherhood we got, you drink too much. If drinking causes you to touch sisters inappropriately or approach sisters inappropriately, you drink too damn much. So if drinking causes you to sin, then you drink too much. But if you can drink and handle your drink and be right and enjoy yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. And Christ drank a lot of wine. They called him a wine bibber. But guess what he said? Because he loved you so much, brothers and sisters, he said this. Read 25 again.
Verily, I say unto you,
I
will drink no more of the fruit of the vine.
Our King is saying he ain't going to drink no more wine. That's what the fruit of the vine is. He ain't going to drink no more wine. Go ahead.
Until that day that I drink it new in the kingdom of God.
Until that day that I drink it new in the kingdom of the Most High. He want to wait until you get there, brothers. He want to wait until his sisters get there. He want to wait until we in the kingdom of heaven. America's destroyed. We living good. The 12 tribes is reestablished on the earth again, ruling the planet, ruling the damn the atmosphere, ruling everything. He don't want to drink until then. Excuse me, let me correct that. He wants to drink,
right, but
he's not going to drink until then.
Right.
Because he loved you so much, just to show his solidarity to you and waiting for you. You understand? Christ's waiting, man. The angels, they've been waiting. You understand? A lot of people say, what's taking God so long if he's supposed to come back? What's taking Jesus so long? Well, they waiting on us to get right. You understand? I remember once upon a time, the brothers used to say that Christ was coming by the year 2000 because the scripture said after 2 days, which is 2,000 years. You understand? And then when 2000 came and went, a lot of brothers lost their faith. You understand? And then the Lord showed us the scripture that said He's going to give us extra time. You understand? He's going to give us extra time. And made an example with, I think it was Jonah, how he said he was going to destroy the people, but then out of mercy, He did not destroy the people. They repented and He didn't destroy them. You understand? So the Lord, He changes His mind when He set out to destroy something, and then He decides to have mercy. You understand? That's a beautiful thing, or a lot of us wouldn't be here.
That's right.
You understand? Brothers, before I came into the truth, was hoping the Lord would come back way back then in the 70s and 80s. You understand? I ain't had the truth back then. Thank the Lord that it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Gave me time to come on in with, because I was a knucklehead, man. You understand? Now, what if the Lord would have came back in 2000? How many of y'all was in the truth before 2000? See? You know what I'm saying? The times are lying, right? We got a couple vets in here. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? God. Listen, I forgot. We got Tyler Lyon, Padasha Rise, vets in this game, man. Other sister, General Yohana's sister AhAhla. They were the only 3 women in the nation that I knew once upon a time. In the nation. And held it down, putting us on, letting us sleep on their floors, their couches, cooking for us, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of us. It was a wonderful time, though. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful time. And I was looking forward. Commander General used to always say, it's coming back. Don't sweat that. Them niggas left, so what? F them. F them.
That's right.
We going to see this thing grow again. You know what I mean? Trying to get the depression off me and behind. You know what I'm saying? And so that, so I turned my sadness and my hurt for all my brothers that walked away from the Lord. I turned that into hatred, because the Lord said there is a time to love and there's a time to hate.
That's right.
And I had to turn off that love for them because they rejected the Most High in Christ. Right. And I turned on the hatred, which was a defense. And again, it ain't an emotion. It's just the hell with you. I'm gonna build this nation. The Lord going to replace you. You know what I'm saying? And now look at us, man. You know what I mean? Bigger than ever. The biggest thing out here. You understand? You got a lot of Christians out here and think that they big and pretty and wonderful and sweet. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see at the end. Like Drew Muhammad said, at the end, we're gonna fight. At the end, we're gonna fight. And then we will see. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're the ones, fine. But we will fight. And it will be decided. You understand? Where am I? So Christ said he don't want to drink. He's not going to drink anything until he drink it new with his brothers in the kingdom of the Most High. You understand? Let me get Baruch 4:4. And so he expects us in the Apocrypha, like Baruch 4:4. He expects us to love this brotherhood. That's what he expects. You know what I'm saying? It's the most important thing to him. You understand? And somebody else can hold Matthew 17:5. If I can get maybe 2 readers. Baruch 4:4. Like, it's a wonderful thing, the things that we know. You understand? Imagine being in the world, knowing what you know. Imagine not knowing it in the world and not understanding why our oppressor is so evil towards us. It would drive you crazy. Right. Why are these people? Because in the world, you see these people treating us the way he treat us every day, right? But it's really why does he do it? There's no justification for it. We've been as slaves over 400 years. We fought in his militaries and died in his militaries. Came back in wore his uniform if we survived. Proud. And they still threatened to lynch us and kill us. Told us, take off that uniform, nigga. Can I say nigga? I'm on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? They say, take off that uniform. N-word. Even though we just fought in their military. Came home, tried to wear our American military uniform, proud. Americans made us take it off, man. Or they're in their life. They'd unalive us with a rope and a tree. You understand? And so that's how they treated us. We saluted their flags, taught our kids to stand strong and salute the flag and pledge allegiance. We done everything for this place, man. Everything. We sweep their floors, take out their trash. We shine their floors and wax their floors. You understand? We clean their walls. We build the bricks and the sheetrock and the wood for cheap labor at that. You understand? We done everything to build this empire under them, with them ruling us, and they still hate us like we did something wrong to them.
Right.
In the world, that would drive you crazy, man. You have to smoke a little crack. You have to. How can you survive mentally out there without a little heroin? You understand? I totally understand the drug addicts, man. It's a rough thing not to have the truth out there, but we out there and we teaching it. Now they not hearing. That's up to the Most High to make them hear it and understand it. But we out there. The prophet is out. Baruch 4:4.
God, the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we.
Oh, what?
Oh Israel.
Oh, Israel. This ain't talking to the Muslims. This ain't talking to the Baptists. This ain't talking to the non-denominational. This ain't talking to the African tribes. This is talking to the Israelites. Read it again.
God. O Israel.
Go ahead.
Happy are we.
Why should Israel be happy? Why should we be so happy to be Israelites? Go ahead.
God. For things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us.
Check that out. Hold Matthew 17:5. For things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Nobody else. Nobody else. That's a special thing. When God only shows you something, he shows something only to you. Now, who could tell me what's the number one thing that pleases the Most High that was made known to us? Bro, let me see. Robon knows everything. Go ahead. Go ahead, Robon.
Most times she's a commandment.
Almost. Q.
I had to go with in the Psalms where it says brothers dwell in unity or what have you.
Good.
Have to be, you know.
Y'all absolutely right. Y'all right. Give me Matthew 17:5. No sweat.
God, the book of Matthew, chapter 17, and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Why he yet spake, behold.
And this is Christ on the mount. Yahweh Shai is on the mount. He with Peter and who's the other one? Was it John, Peter, and the Transfiguration? John, Peter, and John, right? So, and the Lord had Moses appear. You understand? And I think it was Elijah, right? And had them appear. And so Peter and John was like, Lord, should we make three tabernacles instead of just one for you? Should we make three? One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah? This is what's going on right now. Go ahead, read again.
God, the book of Matthew, chapter 17, and verse 5. Why he yet spake.
So while Peter was saying this, should I make three tabernacles? One for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah? Go ahead.
God, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them.
Well, Peter said that a bright cloud appeared up above them. Go ahead.
God, and behold, a voice out of the cloud.
A voice came out of that cloud. It was the voice of the Most High. Go ahead.
God, which said,
Go ahead.
This is my beloved son.
This is my beloved son. He was separating Christ from Moses and Elijah, saying, this is the one you focus on. You know what I'm saying? Tabernacles for who? This is my beloved son. Read.
God, in whom I am well pleased.
In whom what?
In whom I am well pleased.
Go ahead.
Hear ye him.
Hear ye him. So he's the man. Don't bring up nobody else. You understand? He's the man. Get down with him. In him, he said, in whom I am well pleased. So like y'all was right about your answers. But brother, our king, he pleased the Most High. And it is a blessing because the things, let me see, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us, like Baruch said. So that's a wonderful thing, man. Baruch Atah Yahweh Shai for that. You understand? Give me Matthew 22 and 36. Matthew 22 and 36. Christ loved this brotherhood, man. And ISUPK, we are founded on brotherhood and refounded. Everybody who left the ISUPK a long time ago, whatever, they ain't have no brotherhood. They didn't have no brotherhood or no love for no brothers. Or else they would have stuck it out together. I didn't like, you know what happened on the oil table. I didn't like it. And so, hey, nigga, fix it then. It's our home.
That's right.
It's our house, man. You gonna leave, huh? You gonna leave the house to the damn looters and the damn squatters, huh? You understand? So I remember some cat was talking about he was in the hospital. I was in the hospital and nobody called me. Nobody called me. I said, well, I didn't even know you was in no goddamn hospital. Come on, man. You back now. Hell, hush all that winding up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to work. You know what I'm saying? We are soldiers and we men. You understand? Nothing should break this brotherhood. That is our rock, man. And that's how I know ISUPK ain't going nowhere, because I know Commander General AhAhla. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been tried and tested, and I'd have been rolling with him so long that I know his brotherhood is unbreakable. I know his brotherhood is unbreakable, and therefore I shall be unbreakable with him. You understand? Ain't nothing stopping this work. Ain't nothing breaking this brotherhood, and any glitch in it we're going to see. And listen, Akim, y'all got to remember, we are all security of this nation, man. If we see anything that might alter this brotherhood in any way, we all are to attack it and speak up, man.
That's right.
And get it dealt with. Bring it on, bring it to council. Don't let nothing hide, nothing, no matter, and I don't care what rank they are either. You understand? You see a general doing things that outside of, let me make it clear. If anybody, including any general, treats you any different from how Commander General AhAhla treats you, any different from how General Mahyman treats you, any different from how I treat you, you understand? Now, all the other generals, I'm sure they're wonderful brothers and treat you fine, but I know Commander General AhAhla, I know General Mahyman, and I know we came up in rough times, and we understand that ain't nothing worth breaking this brotherhood. And so we have learned and told ourselves and made sure that we treat brothers like Christ would treat them. You understand? So I know for a fact, if anybody in this school is being treated by anybody of any rank other than how we would treat you, it is a problem. It is a problem, and you are commanded and ordered by our king to bring him to council. You go to him first. And if he don't stop, if he don't think he's doing nothing wrong, you have to bring him to council, not to punish, but to help the brother. Love him enough to help him, man. Now, I thought if me and you went gambling, and we gambling, ain't got nothing to do with the work, ain't got nothing to do with truth. We like to gamble. And we gambling, and so I'm winning, and oh man, I lost. Now, I thought, go get me a goddamn drink. And go get me a goddamn drink. Now, I thought, probably so humble, I don't know. He probably say, cut it to one cut and run, get that drink. When he get my drink, he got it, sir, even after the game, with all due respect. You know, the way you told me to get that drink earlier and slack it, with all due respect, it was not right, sir. It was totally out of spirit. You understand? He done came to me and him alone, and he got to do it if he loved me. Because if he don't do it, if you see foul shit in a brother, right, and you decide, well, that's my brother, I ain't gonna make no big deal, there's something in him that's going to get worse. That's right. A demon is in him that's going to get worse. Don't ignore it. Christ gave us an order not to ignore it. You can't ignore it. Because if you don't, the brother's going to get worse. Trust me, I done seen it. And it's going to get so bad that eventually the Most High going to step in and hurt him bad. So if 9 o'clock don't help me, Christ's brother, man. I talked to him like that. He gotta come to me and gotta bring me to counsel so that I could get fixed. Maybe it's something I ain't noticing. I don't know. I can't read the demon. But in a council, for sure, the Lord's counsel is going to find that demon and get rid of him. You understand? And that's what I need. You know what I'm saying? He got to help me with that. So nobody's to handle anybody or speak to anybody in this school outside of how we would treat you. That's, if you want to gauge, you could gauge it like that. I know you might say in your mind, well, Christ wasn't here. What would he do? Or how would he? I see the scriptures. Just listen. If Commander General AhAhla, Mahyman, or myself would not treat you that way, it is off. And you have to help that brother get fixed, whether he's over you or under you. Everybody understand? You understand? And Christ would like that done. That's why he gave the order. You know what I'm saying? That's why he gave the order, go to him and kneel alone. If he don't hear you. Now, Who could tell me what hearing you? Who could tell me what not hearing you is? Anybody from the UK? And it was like I'm gonna get you to lie. Let me give a. You want to give it a shot? What is not hearing a man when he come to you? Go ahead.
Not anything but lucky.
Okay, what you was gonna say, Thalai?
Same thing.
Same thing. Anybody else? Rob on?
Not apologizing and not making the effort to change the behavior.
All you're right. In essence, not agreeing with you that you did the wrong. Not agreeing with you. And so in agreeing with you is, you're right. However you express it, you got to agree. The way you talked to me, sir, it felt kind of off. I was a little offended. Matter of fact, we men. Come on, Doc. We soldiers for Christ, man. Come on, now. Come on, man up. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't let that ride. You know what I'm saying? You got okay, sir, Salaki, I understand, but I gotta set up the council with you. You know what I'm saying? It gotta happen. You gotta help me. You know what I'm saying? We gotta help these brothers that don't recognize the foulness that's inside of them, no matter what rank it is. You understand? Matthew 22 and 36.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 36.
How long am I going into? I know we started about 10 minutes late. What's the normal?
It's 7 to 9, but the building is ours.
No sweat. No sweat.
Okay.
Most correct. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
So they asked Christ, what's the great commandment? What's the top commandment in the law, Lord? Go ahead.
Jesus said unto him,
all about, that means all of his commandments, his laws, his examples of righteousness, all of the lessons all throughout the Bible. Put that in you, in every part of you, so you can give it to others and give it to your brothers and give it to your sisters, man. But put everything in that Bible inside of you. All the mistakes we made, we to learn from. Mistakes ain't, I know Christians, I don't know what's wrong with them. Say, well, they got to make mistakes. You got to let them grow up. They got to make their own mistakes. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. If they can learn from your mistakes, tell them about your mistakes so they never have to go through it. That makes sense. I don't want my kids grow up making mistakes. I want to tell them about when I did that stupid shit. And so now you don't do it, man, because this will happen. So they ain't supposed to let them make mistakes. We're supposed to help them, man. And so that's what the Lord, the things written aforetime were for our learning, for us to learn how to do the right things. And the first great commandment, when they asked Yahweh, our king, was to love the Most High with everything. And loving him is obeying him. If you didn't know, that's how you love him. I know the gospel. You got a good voice, sis. That's beautiful. Hey, Jesus. That's beautiful. You sung that. Hey, you better than Beyonce. But, it ain't got nothing to do with being righteous. You understand? You got a pork chop sandwich over there waiting for you, an Italian hoagie. You know what I'm saying? Over there waiting for you. Read.
This is the first and great commandment.
So loving the Most High with everything you got, obeying all his laws and statutes and commandments, which he gave Israel, is the first great commandment. Go ahead.
And the second is like unto it.
Is a second great commandment also that's damn near the same thing. There's a second commandment that's just like the first commandment. Read.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Somebody give me Leviticus 19 and 17. Read, say it again. We only got one Bible?
No, that's not.
Oh, Slocky. Go ahead. Read that again.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I want to hold that. I want to jump to Leviticus 19 and 17 because a lot of people get confused. You Christian Israelites, you done been confused by the Christian church and you confusing everybody else. Your neighbor ain't the guy who lived down the street from you. Tan Juan, who owned the store next to you, is not your neighbor. You understand? Mufutubu, that live across the street, to sell the oils and the dusty shoes, is not your neighbor. You understand? They are not your neighbor. Let's see what your neighbor is according to the Bible. Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So listen close. This is one of the commandments, man. Don't hate your brother in your heart. Your brother, your family. Go ahead.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Go ahead.
And not suffer sin upon him.
What does that mean? That means don't hate your brother, when he does wrong, but check him. Let him know about the mistake that he's making. That's what rebuke means. Correct him. You correct your brother. You correct him. It says your neighbor, but it's talking, the subject is your brother. Right. So it's telling you your neighbor is your brother. That's right. So don't hate your brother, but correct your brother. That's what the scripture is saying. And don't suffer sin upon him. Because again, if you ignore it, if you let it ride, you don't want to start no mess. You don't want to get involved. You're going to suffer sin upon him, man. And then the Lord got to handle him. And that's going to be worse. That's going to be worse. So don't suffer sin upon your brother. You have to rebuke or correct him. And that is your neighbor. Read on.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
And once again, the whole subject is how you handle your people, your family. Right. Your brother, don't hate him. This is saying don't bear a grudge against the children of your people, which is your brothers and your sisters. It's all the same thing. Your brothers is your neighbors. Right. And your brother is the children of your people. You understand? It's all the same thing. Don't bear any grudge. Don't avenge them. All right, I'm gonna get that nigga, boy. He gonna be sleeping. He think I watch. It's on site. You know what they say? It's on site now. We don't handle each other like that, man. Right. You don't want the Most High to say it's on site about you. You better watch yourself. You understand? Don't avenge or bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Now the Most High didn't say every people, did he? He didn't say every people. He didn't say all people. The children of your people. Thy is old Quaker English for your. For your people. Go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor.
There that word is again. And that's what the New Testament is talking about. This same scripture, the New Testament, when it said love your neighbor, is talking about your brother is the children of your people. Right. It's the same thing. Thou shalt what?
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Damn right. Give me 1 John 2 and 18. And these are commandments, man. These are commandments. Let's finish up on the brother had Matthew 22. Let's read 39 again.
Go on. The book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Speaking about your brother, the children of your people. Go ahead.
On these two commandments hang all the law.
Go ahead.
And the prophets.
And listen, what did he mean by that? Meaning, if you do these two things, if you love the Most High, which is obeying him, with all your heart, mind, body, soul, everything, every fiber that's in you, and you love your brothers as much as you love your own damn self, you're going to fulfill every commandment. You're going to fulfill every law. You understand? You're going to fulfill it. You ain't going to commit adultery. You ain't going to lie to him. You understand? You ain't going to covet what's his. You understand? You ain't going to serve him up to idols. You understand? You're going to fulfill all the commandments, man. And that's what Christ ordered us to do. To obey these. These are the two greatest commandments. You understand? What I got, 1 John. And look, a lot of people, I've seen people come and go, right? In the truth, around the truth. And I die for my brothers. I die for my brothers. Yeah. We in council because you mad at him because, he lost your keys by mistake or drank your drink. Right. You understand? And, we go to council and we got to go to council if it happens, if the offense is there, we got to work it out. But why not give each other the benefit of the doubt? How can we say we would die for our brothers, ride for our brothers and all that when he come to you and say you offended him, you can't even come off of it. You understand? Right. You can't even let it go. So to think you would die for a man who you can't say Salakia, that offended you, I apologize. You fooling yourself. You understand? You fooling yourself. 1 John 2 and 18. In here, we raise up soldiers, man. And we raise up hardcore killers for the Lord. But, you know, every now and then we get a weak link. Y'all understand that, right? Every now and then you get a weak link. And the Lord, he uses weak links, though. He uses them and sucks them for everything he can get out of them, man. Look at the ISUPK United Kingdom. You understand? You know what I mean? Look at the truth now. Everybody left except 3 brothers. Everybody, I'm gonna repeat that again. The whole nation left the truth except 3 men. But look at it now, man. Look at it now. You understand? So the Lord will bring weak links in, men that ain't really got faith, men that think that they could play with this truth. And while they playing, you get a real sincere cat coming after that, right, or under him. And then when things get hot and that sincere punk roll out, you got soldiers left, man. You got Lord said he's gonna try us in the fire, but I can tell you how it shot. You understand? We tried and tested, man. Tried and tested. 1 John 2 and 18.
God, the book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Little children, it is the last time.
Well, y'all know that. We in the last days. Go ahead.
And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists.
Go ahead.
Whereby we know that it is the last time.
And what is Antichrist? Anti means against. So to be against Christ, Christ just told you the 2 greatest commandments. He just gave us an order when we started. Well, who remembers the order? We just read it. What's the order that Christ gave the disciples? Which are us, which are the nation. We just read it a second ago. Raw bone.
If your brother offended you, go to he and them. You and him alone.
We didn't go there yet. Okay. But he said, we read the scripture earlier. He said, this is my commandment. Go ahead.
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love your brother like I loved you. I'm paraphrasing. That was his commandment, to love each other the way he loved us. You understand? Which ties into all them other scriptures. You know what I mean? What scripture you just read? Sorry, I see where you're at. I see you at. And that's listen, he said, and that's being an antichrist. When you don't love your brother the way Christ loved us. You understand? That's how you go against Christ. That's what an antichrist is. And there's many of them. There's many of them. Go ahead, read.
God. They went out from us.
They went out from us. Go ahead.
But they were not of us.
But they really wasn't one West. You know what I'm saying? They was acting for a minute. They was playing the part for a second. You understand? Playing the part. And again, I've seen it many times. You understand? I welcome it. When they roll out, I roll out. I remember when in Philly, one brother, he remembered the scriptures good, but he had no goddamn wisdom, no understanding on nothing, man. But could pull a scripture and remember every scripture, and he left the truth, man, and it broke some brothers' hearts, man. And I mean, we had an event in Philly, and one of the brothers that had been drinking came up and said, man, that hurt me when he rolled out, man. That hurt me. I said, fuck him.
That's right.
I said, let's cry and love the brothers just here, man. Let's not put our energy on no nigga that put down his sword, man. Let's just roll and stand up. And from that time forth, that brother, he been a soldier in this school. Not giving a damn and, you know what I mean, rolling tight and warring. Because that's what you got to do. I think Muhammad said it. I forget how he said it, but there's a switch you got to turn off with that, man. You got to turn. All right. He this and he was that. And he told me. He off. Fuck him.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Let's get this work in. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. That's the only way to build a nation. You understand? Right? He brought up about Judas, like being the child of perdition of hell, right? But Judas was a damn traitor. So read where we at. Read on. Call off where you at.
God. For if they had
You're sitting right there with
Good.
birds flying. You right there to fight.
Good.
What are you gonna do?
You know what I mean?
You're gonna cry about them, but
Good.
it's right over your head.
Good, good. Let's handle this business. You know what I'm saying? Later for him. You know what I'm saying? you got to stay in it, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna sit in the thing and cry while the enemy are coming, you know what I'm saying? Oh my, no, I understand, brother. But that's what it's like. Is that serious too? Is that serious? Like they willing to walk away from you while we being attacked. We being attacked by every force on earth, from Christian Israelite to actual Christian, to Islam, to everything, to Esau, the CIA, you know what I'm saying? The damn secret ops groups, always trying to infiltrate. They here and they attacking, but they can't get us for nothing because we protected and we ain't criminals, number one. So for any man to walk away from that, he is literally leaving you in the trenches. But go on home and make your Kool-Aid. I'm gonna handle this war. And when the war over and we get the medals, you understand, and we rule his land, and you come back saying, I helped for a little while. Oh yeah, take out the trash. Put him in charge of that over there. Put him by the dunghill and let him scoop down and go on. And you know, if the Lord allows, you know. Read.
God. For if they had been of us,
if they was one West, go ahead.
They would not doubt. Salakia. Mm-hmm. They would no doubt have continued with us.
If they was one West, guess what? I'd be looking at them. They'd be here. They'd be sitting in the councils. You understand? They'd be here if they was ever one West, really in their chest. Go ahead.
But they went out that they might be made manifest.
And now they've been made manifest, man. They've been made manifest. Read. You got the graveyard over in headquarters in New York. All them covers, man. They call it the graveyard. You understand? Of fallen men falling for whatever. And listen, the reason ain't never what they say. When cats walk away, like for instance, I heard a brother say, I just don't believe in immaculate conception. What bullshit is that? You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. That ain't the problem. The problem is always sin. Men that say this, well, I just didn't believe in the I don't believe in the reincarnation. I don't believe. They talk that mess. They are guilty because of the penis that sits on their face all day. Damn. You understand? And they're guilty. And now, Salakia sisters, we all grown in here, right? We all grown. You understand? And they come in here and sit amongst you, and they know penis was just on their lip. You know what I'm saying? They know it, but they got to sit next to Corral. Yeah. And sit next to Raw Barn. Real men, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel so hard. You going to say something? So hard. Y'all got what? Most High Christ. We need one in Philly too. You know what I mean? So, and that's all. It ain't never what they say. There's always some deeper inner sin that they don't want to give up. You understand? Was that the end of that, mighty man? Read that last line again.
For they went out that they might be made manifest, that they were not all of us.
Right. So they wasn't locked in. They wasn't in this thing. Let me 2 Timothy 2:19. You understand? 2 Timothy. And look, every brother ain't got to be the hardest. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't got to be the most, you know what I'm saying? But loyalty is everything. Loyalty is everything. Like Nithok said, you gonna leave me in the trench? I know you ain't the best with your aim, but shoot anyway, nigga. They coming. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shoot anyway. You know what I mean? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But for you to put down the gun and run crying, and that's half the bullets now. It could be double bullets helping out in this war. You understand? First, so like 2 Timothy 2:19.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his.
Damn right. Go ahead. And listen, that foundation is strong. It's strong. Go ahead.
And let everyone that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity.
Right. Let everyone that nameth the name, meaning you in here by Hashem Yahushua, you depart from the sin, man. Depart from, don't let the sin take you out. Don't let the sin take you out. Depart from it, man. For we all in fought battles. and things, that Satan trying to talk to us about. Like Satan comes at all of us. And remember, Satan can't make you do anything, so you can't blame him.
Right.
You can't say he made me do it. I was possessed. I was there and he made me do it. No, he just know what you like. He know what the nasty part of you like. He know what the foul part of you like. You understand? And he present it to you. And he talk to you in your voice. You be thinking it's your thoughts. But it's not your thoughts. It's a demon talking to you. You be thinking, and that's how they get caught up in the world. A brother hear a voice to say, oh my God, he's handsome. And he's a man, right? He said, oh my God, why do I think that way every time I see them, brother? Oh my God, well maybe. And then you in there with a therapist that don't know a damn thing, and you telling them, I had these thoughts and these voices. Well, have you ever experimented? Have you ever tried it and see if you really like it? Or, you know what I'm saying? They encourage you to go forward and experiment, right? And so now you thinking that's just how I always felt. Somebody asks you, well, what made you LGBTQ? It's just always been like that since I was 9. And, you know what I'm saying? And they just think that's just been there. But it's been a demon whispering that you gave into. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. Satan can't force you. He convinces you. You understand? You just got to fight. You know what I mean? And don't hold yourself guilty. Something come in your mind. Don't beat yourself up. It's a demon. That's his job. Right. Just don't do it. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Like Christ battled Satan. You know what I'm saying? When he tried to make him break that fast and throw himself off the damn mountain, Christ battled him. It was a voice in his head. You understand? And Christ battled him with the scriptures. Hell, if you got to pull a scripture on Satan in your own head, do it. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Matthew 18 and 15. Come. Like in here, we fight to be right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no pretenders either. In ISUPK, we ain't supposed to pretend. We fight to be right before the Lord. And even though that when doors are closed and we behind closed doors and in the dark, we still want to be right before the Most High because he still sees. See, Christian Israelites, they say, some of them say, I heard 6 days a week, they can do whatever they want. Those are their orders. But on the Sabbath, we Israelites, we men of God, put your purple on. Put that gold fringe on. Do your thing. You understand? I don't know what that is. I don't know how is the Most High supposed to accept that? You know what I'm saying? Like Julian Huntington taught us to be right all the time. Right. We are not criminals. There's no law in the Bible. There's no law in America that makes you break the Most High's laws. So you can follow the laws in America because they don't cause you to sin. You understand? Yeah, and it's not hard. The Lord said his laws are not grievous, man. It's not hard to obey the Most High. Matthew 15 and 18. This house is going to be right at all times. This house is going to be right at all times. And if any of us see any others of us doing anything foul or trying to bring anything criminal into the schools or into the zones or talking about anything criminal on the side, you better bring him before me so I can bite his fucking nose off. You understand? Bring him before the council so we can handle him. Go ahead, Ahawaba. Salaki.
Is it fair to say that like we give too much credit to Satan because even though he does what he's doing, we do have the strength to fight. It's optional.
Yeah. That's just him convincing you that you're weak. That's him convincing you that you're weak because we give him too much power in movies. In movies, the demon getting you the exorcist now, and you can't stop it. No, I gotta do it. You ain't got to do it. That's the good thing. The good thing is, you know what's heavy? Them cartoons where the angel is on one shoulder and the devil is on the other shoulder. That's real in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Satan is attacking you, you always got to remember the spirit of Christ is with you too. He's with you too. And that's what we forget. We make that voice small, but we hear Satan loud and clear and make the voice of Yahweh small when he's in there fighting for you too. Everybody know when they hear something foul, it's a piece of them that say, no, that's wrong. Everybody know that. But we tend to hear the one that feels the best. You understand? So, yeah, we give him too much credit, like he can make us or force us to do anything. You understand? No sweat. Matthew 18 and 15. Now we get into it for a second.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault.
And again, I'll take questions if you got them. Read it again.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
Mhm.
go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Between thee and him alone. That's what this is the order. You know what I mean? Yahweh Shai, he wasn't just talking. He was giving us instructions and orders, man. And he said, if your brother trespass against you or offend you, you know what I'm saying, go tell his fault, he and thee alone. Go ahead.
If he shall hear thee, thou thy brother.
And like y'all said earlier, hearing you is agreeing with you. Salaki, sir, I was offended when you said this and that. I don't think that was proper or whatever to say to me or speak to me like that. You know what? You're right, brother. Salakia. I don't know what the hell. How did I say it? I didn't even realize it. I'm drinking and we're doing this. I apologize. You're right. It won't happen again. That's hearing you. Now, if next week we go out and I do it again, he did not hear you. Now, you already took it to him and thee alone. And this second time he's doing it is proof that he didn't hear you. Now you have to go to counsel. Now, if you ain't going to destroy the brother by going to counsel, I don't know why brothers think, you know, they're going to destroy a man, take him to counsel. It's like, oh my God, he took him to counsel? I can't believe cats getting to counsel and be like, I don't know why I'm in this counsel. And then Muhammad got to check him and tell him why you in the counsel. They did the right thing. They're supposed to take you to counsel. You know what I'm saying? They don't think they belong there. You know, it's to get fixed, to get help. You know what I'm saying? Counsel ain't a horrible thing unless you got a demon in you. Then it's going to be horrible. But once the demon is gone, you're going to think back and it'll be better. You're going to be a better man for it. You understand? So go to your brother and tell him his fault between thee and him alone or sister. You know what I'm saying? That means not I thought you did this and this to me, and I'm standing in front of Mashak and Rabban. No, he and thee alone. Hey, Slock, Mashak, mind if I talk to you over here? We go somewhere earlier, brother. You did this and this and this and this, you know, and you know, it was offensive. You know, and we work it out. Either he hear me or he don't. It's no arguing. No arguing. He tell me, well, no. What you mean? No, that wasn't. You shouldn't be offended by that. This and this and this. I was offended. You supposed to say this and that. No, see, General so and so told me to do this and this and this. And you ain't supposed to argue. As soon as he say no, I said that because of this. You shouldn't be offended or whatever. Whatever he say, if it ain't agreeing with you being offended, then it goes to the council for them to decide. Because you were offended. Now, we just don't know who's right or wrong. We don't know if you were rightfully offended or if you were wrongfully offended. You could be wrongfully offended. But again, it ain't no punishment to find out you was wrong. You understand? I went to council with my wife a long time ago. Guess what? Found out that, okay, the council said I wasn't wrong because I didn't break a law, but I was an inconsiderate nigga in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I took it, hey, this nigga can be inconsiderate sometimes. What the hell? I might, you know, she might take me again one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beast sometimes. You know what I mean? And so it helps you because it helps you see into something you didn't see before, which it did for me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all counsel is, man. Go to he and thee alone. Go ahead.
God.
Him offending you, he didn't hear you. Now you go to the next step. You set up the council through the generals. You go take with thee what?
Take with thee one or two more. That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established.
Every word may be established. And those 2 or 3 witnesses is the council of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Those are your 2 or 3 witnesses. We'll sit in there. We'll all hear every word. And if one of us missed something, the other one will catch it. Didn't this brother just say this and that and this and that? Anybody else hear him? We be in the council like Khan. He definitely said this and this and this. I heard him. So now you got witnesses. You know what I'm saying? To every word. Well, wait a minute. Didn't it say that this and that happen? Yeah, sister, why did that happen? You know what I'm saying? That every word is established. And we ain't stealing your money. We ain't getting rich. We ain't. We ain't gonna do nothing backhanded to you in the council. It's the council of the Most High, man, and it's to be respected in that way. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, that every word may be established. Go ahead.
God on God.
And listen, and I can't reiterate this enough. You have to take them to counsel. You have to help them. If you, it's really you showing that you ain't one, West, if you don't take them to counsel because you don't love them.
Right.
And Christ commanded us to love the brothers, man. If you see something off, something offends you, or even if you see a brother offend another brother, that would offend me.
Right.
If I see a brother handle another brother wrong, that would offend me. I'm getting in it. You understand? And I've heard this, and I've heard somebody say, somebody in the truth said to somebody in the truth, listen, I heard you this and this and this and this, because my cousin told me that something. Like they go to somebody in the truth. They in the truth, went to somebody in the truth about something some cousin said and mad at the brother in the truth. And the brother in the truth, damn near was like, well, I don't know why he said that, or some messed it. If it was me, I would have said, fuck your cousin.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I would understand. I would have said, I don't give a damn what your cousin said. You understand? Me and you got nothing to do with that nigga. And I'm offended that you brought him up in this, you know what I mean, in this thing we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We don't roll like that. We don't give a damn about your cousin. Anybody outside of this school, you better never take their side before you take your brother's side in this school or sister. You understand? So, and again, you have to help a brother who has a demon on him. You know what I'm saying? You have to help him by taking him to counsel, by doing what Christ said. And that's why Yahushua gave this order, because he don't want no demons in the school. Demons are cancers.
Oh, God.
And cancer spread. Y'all know that? You know what I'm saying? Cancer spread. You sit there for years with a cancer, don't know about it, ignoring the pain, it then spread to your whole leg and foot. Now you got to get rid of your leg and foot because you were scared and didn't want to go see about that pain 4 years ago. Right. You understand? And so we can't allow cancers, aka demons, to spread in the school. When we see it, we attack it. We attack it, and there's a way to attack it. Read the verse again that you just read.
God on God. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
God on God. And if he shall neglect to hear them.
Right. So now they're before the council. Now they're in the council. Into the council, there's a verdict. You know, there's a judgment at the end of the council. If he neglect to hear them, which is the council, if at the end of the council, he say, well, I don't agree with the council. I think the council is wrong. Go ahead.
God on God. Tell it unto the church.
Now there will be a nationwide council. Now every brother, every officer will come into the council and will hear the matter and decide the matter. Now he comes before the congregation. Read.
God on God. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto sea.
Salakia. We did this one time. Was it with that light-skinned cat in DC? Mapataza? Twice. Yeah, and he was kicked the hell out of here. You understand? If he don't want to hear the counsel, listen, we got to follow the commandments, right? Read. You want to say something? Read on. If he neglect to hear them, read.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
So now he's like the oppressor out there in the world. Go ahead, sis.
Like you said, if you could just like go into like say like someone comes to you with the issue and say I didn't like that you did X, Y, Z, and you say, oh, you know, sorry that you feel that way or whatever. Must you explain why you did something, or is it just I accept, I don't accept, and it's done? Or we go to council.
Okay, you explaining why you did it. He's still offended. The why you did it doesn't matter. He's offended. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can explain why you did it and feel you're right, and that's right too. If you think you're right, if you think, you didn't do anything wrong. Well, I did that because of this and that and this and this. You're still not hearing them. You're not hearing them. Well, maybe you're right. That's why you got to go to the council. You know what I mean? Then the council will say, well, sis, she was right. She did nothing wrong. There's plenty of councils that ended in, I find that they did nothing wrong. Or I find that you did nothing wrong. Y'all call each other afterward, man, talk this out. And the brother that was offended, he gets explained why he did it in that way, in that manner, and why, so, and it all gets sorted out. You understand? So you still didn't hear it, and it has to go to council, but you could be right. You understand?
What if you said, Salakia,
Mhm.
like if you have heard them and you do agree that you might be wrong, do you still going with them? If you say like, but this is why I did it, or trying to make them understand this is not fair by doing that.
What are you trying to make them understand?
I didn't mean to trip you over, but my leg was hurting. So even though I'm sorry, I stretched my leg out.
Okay, a simple mistake.
I mean, come.
Yeah. Okay.
Just leave off the
Now-
explanation, or is it?
Now, and then that would, for something like that, then they would have to think you did it on purpose. In their mind, you did it on purpose. You said, oh, well, Slocky, I didn't mean to trip you, this and this and this and this. And they say, no, you saw me coming. I saw you see me, and you stick your foot out and trip me. Now, it's still got to go to council. You understand? Because there's a problem, and this problem got to be sorted out. Slocky.
So, yeah, just sort of the back of that, like if someone's offended, and then you mention council, but they don't want to go, they're just sort of, well, whatever, I don't want to talk.
If somebody offended you,
No, I've offended them.
You've
and I said,
offended them.
Let's just try it in council.
they came to you,
Can't, sir.
and they said, okay, and you said, well, I don't agree with that. Let's go to council. And they don't want to go to council. Okay, then they're really not offended if they don't bring it to council. And that's a good question, because it reminded me of something. In the ISUPK, we still have a problem with offenses happening and it not coming to council. We can't help you. We can't help the situation if it don't come before us. But best believe we always finding out about all of this mess, and it never comes to council. And we're not allowed to call up everybody and what happened and what happened and what happened and what happened. Because if it don't come to us, it never happened. But we still hear about it happening. You understand? So that's why council is so important, so we can fix these things, man. You understand? So we can fix them. So it ain't your issue. You don't agree. You didn't hear it. They supposed to take you to council. They don't want to come. The council never happened. Now, if you're not offended, really ain't no reason for you to take them to council. And so if they're not taking you to council, it's really no offense. They should be careful, meaning there's something in them that need to be fixed, and they ain't ready to get it fixed, but it will come out eventually, So anybody else? No sweat. So what verse you at? 17? Go ahead.
Verse 18, sir.
Go ahead. All right. So this after the council, after the whole school have the council, and they don't agree with the school, then they gone. They out of here. They can join IUIC or any LGBT group they want to. Go, knife out.
So is it similar to, when we get the orders, come down, but don't speak to this person, that's them being treated as a public.
Okay, we never give the order not to speak to nobody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna be in none of our events. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be up close to us like they're a friend. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, hey, Edomites here. Like Edomite called me 6 a.m. Hey man, I'm a white guy. Can I come to you guys' class? I said, come on, man, it's 6 a.m. I said, you can't come to our class. But my mom is Indian and this and this and this and this. I said, no, white, you are Edomite according to your father. I forgot, he told me what his father's and all that. I said, no, you can't. But my mother's father, something was part Indian and this and this. I said, you are still an Edomite, and Edomites cannot sit amongst the brothers. You fucking racist! You monkey! Call me monkey. And I just said, hey, I'm here. And we went back and forth. I think you was there, right, Kudajara? Woke up. She woke Mayak, what is going on? You does it. We back and forth. So I said, you stinking dog, you monkey, you grizzly bear, you hairy monster ape, you nigga, you this. Then he finally hung up. Then I was hyped. I said, damn, now I want to battle something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So we just treat him like that dude. Like, you know, but we don't give orders. You know, that's, say you don't speak to him. It's like weird. Somebody come up. Like if a cat like that who we kicked out of school, if he come up and say, hey, shalom, man. Hey, shalom, man. What you need? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's all. We keep it like that. The mother, them Christian is like, they used to get orders not to talk to us and don't talk to the ISUPK. I mean, cats I went to war with left, and I see him in the street. Hey, shalom, man. Long time no see. Right. He said, no, man. He got to turn his back. I said, what? He said, no. When you gonna come from the dark side, man? I said, dark side? I said, your God lives in New York and call himself the Comforter, and I'm on the dark side. Nigga did like this. And that ain't the first time they kind of turned. One cat who was my man in Philly, man. His name was Mafia. I hope that nigga listening too. But I saw him in a supermarket one time. I said, damn, look at that Mafia. And then so I got close to him. We went up close, and he was with some other cat. And he had something on with a shield on it, some jacket. But he was looking real like beat and dusty. But you know what I'm saying? So I kind of went to him, and I knew they had these orders not to talk to us. So I kind of put myself in front of him. And I know he saw me, and he turned just like this. So he would not have to look at me. I said, look at my knee. I turned his goddamn back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, punk. It made me want to say some punk shit to him. But you know what I'm saying? I just let him be. But no, we ain't got no orders on not to salute anybody, not to say shalom to them. But, you know, they ain't allowed to sit in our class. You know what I'm saying?
No, what?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Silly question, but it's more like when they're not allowed to do, like to be around us. That's us treating them like a publican.
Come. Like somebody that's offensive to us. You know what I mean? It really don't benefit us having them around. They don't even listen to the counsel of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ain't affiliated with them other Israelite groups. It's that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. No affiliation. Go ahead, Rob.
It's like, sir, if I could, what's the protocol if a sister's offended with a brother? Let's say that's she has a husband. What's the protocol to?
Same protocol. She just tell her husband. You know, tell her husband she needs to have a counsel. She want to set up a counsel between her and so on. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even mandatory that she tell her husband about the situation, but we will invite him into counsel, most likely. More times than not, we'll invite their husband into the council so they can hear everything that's going on. So, but it's the same thing. And their husband can set up the council. You know what I mean? Anything else? All right. Go ahead, read. Slocky. 18 again?
Verily I say unto you.
Slocky. All right, go ahead. 18?
Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
Go ahead. And that's heavy. The Lord, Yahweh is telling us anything we bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, meaning whatever judgment the council gives, the Most High is going to honor it. You understand? Right. So you can play with the council if you want. You can not listen to the council if you want. But whatever the council lays down, whatever judgment it is, whatever's binded down here is bound in heaven before the Most High. Read.
God. And whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
And if the council says to forgive, or the council forgives a situation, or has mercy on a situation, the Most High will also have mercy on the situation and forgive the situation. There's a lot of power given to the men of the ISUPK by the Most High. And so to play with it is playing with your life. You understand? It's playing with your life, literally. Let me get Isaiah 14:1. Because if we maintain this brotherhood, man, that our king taught us, you know what I'm saying? We'll watch our enemies fall before us. We'll watch them fall, and we'll rise. We'll rise, and we'll come into our power. It's just having patience, man. Having patience, having faith, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Because when our enemies fall, we are going to rule for an eternity. You know what I'm saying? Scriptures say, ear has not heard, and I'm paraphrasing, eye has not seen, ear has not heard the things that the Most High have in store for us, man. So we're going to live a good life, a good long life, riches and power. Oh, power. Oh, I think I love power more than riches, man. You know what I'm saying? To have authority and to just give an order to heathens and make them run back and forth and do what I want. It's going to be so wonderful and feel so good. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live a wonderful, good life, man. All we got to do is stand strong through this hard part. Like it says in Apocrypha in Ezra's, man, like there's a city building that the Most High gave to us. But the path is only big enough for one person at a time. And everything dangerous on one side and everything dangerous on the other side, but we got to go through it one at a time. You understand? Now we got help. We got these phones. We can rely on each other. We got help. But it is a fight to get there. And so let's fight the fight, because once we get over that bridge, we're going to look back and say that was easy. When we get the kingdom, man, we're going to look back and say America was easy. America wasn't that hard. You know what I'm saying? Once we get everything we're going to get, it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. Right. Imagine that eternity of royalty, you understand, and power and authority. That's a beautiful thing. And if we just maintain this brotherhood that our king taught us, we're going to get it all, Akim. We're going to get it all, man. Isaiah 14:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Damn right. Go ahead.
And will yet choose Israel.
Uh-huh.
And set them in their own land.
And we're going to be setting our own land, man. We ain't got long in this place. Just take a little more patience, man. Setting our own land. He's going to have mercy on us, because none of us deserve the kingdom. You understand? I tell you about stuff I did. I'll probably throw up on this table right here. Make y'all throw up too. It's disgusting as hell. So I needed some mercy, man. I thank the Lord for Commander Johnny Hanna for the ISUPK. Go ahead, how about?
Like you said, slightly off topic. Can I just get a breakdown on Matthew 7 and 13?
No sweat. We'll come back to Isaiah. Let me get it.
7 and 13.
Let me get it. Matthew 7 and 13. You got it, Mighty Man? All right, go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
13 to what?
Through 15, I believe.
Okay, go ahead.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Uh-huh.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way.
So the metaphor is a path, a way. You got to get from one place to another. The Lord is saying, enter at the straight gate, because wide is the path. Go ahead. It's like wide is what?
Is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
So the straight gate isn't wide, and it's not great. It's small, like I just said in Ezra's, like that path that you ever read that in the book of Ezra's. Somebody get that for me too in the Apocrypha, where the Lord built a city, and you got to cross the water queue. So read 13 again out.
Enter ye in at this straight gate.
The straight gate is small. It's a small gate, and that small gate is called the ISUPK, just to bring it literally. That small gate is the ISUPK. That's the straight gate. For what?
For wide is the gate.
Wide is the gate. Go ahead.
And broad is the way.
And broad is the way. What's the wide and broad gate? The Christian church, the Baptist church, Seventh-day Adventists, non-denominational, the Mormons, the Islam, 5%, Nation of Islam, the Nation of Fruits and Gods, and Kemet. Oh my God! What's the sister said? She had a book on the flower god or tree god, river god. The river god she was trying to drop on me. I said, oh, the river. This is way back in the day. Right across from where we used to live on 42nd Street. I used to work slave at that dental place.
Oh,
she come in there with a book. You ever read this book by the river god? I said, sis, get away from me. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, so we worship in everything, because wide is the gate, broad is the way. Read.
That leadeth to destruction.
Leadeth to destruction. So Christ is just saying, like the Christian church teaches, God has many names, That's a wide and broad gate. It's going to lead to destruction. God don't have many names. Everybody, they might call him something different, but it's the same God. That's a lie. That's the broad and wide gate. And all those things are going to lead to destruction, because to find the Most High is focused. This is the way, and that's it. That's why they hate the ISUPK. We won't come off of it. That's that old One West doctrine they still on. They see, they won't do this. They don't come to nobody events. We invited them to the Israelite Unity Fest 100 times. They won't never come, and we're not going to come. Because broad and wide is the gate that leadeth to what?
That leadeth to destruction.
Go ahead.
And many there be which go in thereat.
And a lot of people choose those routes, but not I, and not Commander General AhAhla, and not his sons and daughters. We choose the straight gate. You understand? Christ said, you come in any other way, you're a thief and a robber. He said, he's the shepherd. And that's the straight gate. You understand? There's no other way. Go ahead.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way.
Narrow and straight. Tiny. Be careful. A strong wind might push you off. You know what I'm saying? Something scary over here. You move too much, you might fall off of it. So you got to be steady and laser focused. Go ahead.
Which leadeth unto life.
If you want life, if you want the kingdom, if you want to survive what's coming, you got to be focused. You can't be wavering all over here. Well, I'm going to smoke just for another year, then I'm going to quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go do this, and you think you got time. Craig said, the Lord said he coming like a thief in the night, man. He want to catch you with that button in your hand. What do they call it over here? Spliff. He want to catch you with a spliff. He better not catch you with that spliff, man. Because when he come back, it's going to be all over. Go ahead. They call it spliff over there too. I heard. Like, go ahead.
And few there be that find it.
And few there be that find it. We the chosen few, man. Like we read earlier, many are called, but few are chosen. Read.
Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing.
It's gonna look nice. My UIC cats, I'm looking at there, some pretty faces. Pretty and clean shaven, and talk about, oh, we got jobs. See, we got jobs, and we this and this, and we this and this, and we, it's they think they pretty. They think they so pretty, and everybody want to be a part of them, and they look so purple and pretty, and you know what I'm saying? They can have all that. We're going to stay grimy. We're going to stay rough. We're going to stay, because why? They're going to come to you with sheep's clothing. Read.
But inwardly, they are ravening wolves.
But inwardly, when you really look at it, they putting false charges on black men.
That's right.
Like, that's unheard of. How about Shimmy? Oh, they only speak Hebrew, right? How do you be servants of God and knowing that black people are the chosen, and you putting false charges on them, giving them up to the beast.
Right.
This is the beast, but you giving them up. That means you just acting. A lot of these cats is out here performing, man. They perform, and that old nasty nigga, Nate, is performing for his check. You know what I mean? That's his job. His job is to perform as an Israelite. You understand? So is that the 15?
So,
go ahead.
Zach from Houston, he sent me a tape yesterday with they're having some kind of dancing going on in the football group. And it looked like a clear man in a dress. I don't know if you want to play the CD.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. It looked like a what, man?
It looked like a man.
Oh.
It's a group of sisters dancing.
Uh-huh.
But there's one it's one who they have up front doing the dance. And it looked weird. But then when they go in the back and they're talking, and then they all say shalom, but you hear the bass and shalom.
Damn.
I was trying to play it now.
Like, listen, man, we can't see like the Lord see, right?
Yeah.
But if you can see in these Christian Israelite groups, it'll be something that's awful. You see awful things, man. Awful. Like, what kind of vibe you got to be in? Like one of the purple cats beat and pistol whip another purple cat, man, and broke his arm. Broke his arm and pistol whipped him. And they both wear purple. Like, so what kind of fruit is up in there that this cat is creating, man? to even have the ability to do that. I mean, how do you have the? I don't think the worst person, and the brother, if you pick a brother in UPK that went off, I don't think he can pistol whip one of us. You know what I'm saying? God, I mean, that got to be an extreme disregard for what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you get. Good.
I'm for your leader to tell you to get caught with your pants down.
Say again?
For your leader to tell you to get caught with your pants down.
Yeah, right.
And,
I saw that thing. That video.
Like, in other words, hide it.
Gun. Like, sorry, brother, can't help you, he said. I think, I forget what the situation was. The cat got caught, stealing the money from the rich guy, right? Yeah. So he said, I can't help you, man. You got caught with your pants down. Like, that ain't even Israelite talk. You know what I'm saying? You get caught, meaning, like Nayathak is saying, if he only wouldn't have got caught, it would have been all right. I would have helped you. You know what I mean? We can help cover it up. But once it's covered up, once it's uncovered and it's in the media and everybody know, it's like America. You know, you got to pay that money. You know what I'm saying? You got to make some deal. And that's police shit now. That's cop stuff. You got caught with your pants down. Police called it, and I learned it when I did security. It's called CYA. Cover your ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, another word for cover up. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't get caught. If it ain't out there like that, nobody knows, I can help you out cover it up. There was a security that tried abroad that tried to attack the camp in Philly one time. And her supervisor came out. And we went to our supervisor. She said, look, we want your name. She gave us her name, the information of the office, the company, I think it was Allied Security. Told her, listen, you're going to hear from my lawyers. We're going to sue. We got her on video and this and that. She said, well, what can we do? What can we do before it gets, out there? What can we do? Give me a call. She made all type of deals because it's going to affect her. This knucklehead broad is out here doing shit against their protocol. Right. She's the boss. You know what I'm saying? So she wanted to cover her ass a little bit and make a deal. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's all that is. That caught with your pants down, that's proof that he's a damn crooked cop. And that's how he handles Israel, like a crooked cop.
The way we had to do for the 6 days of the week, just go and get caught, and then come on the Sabbath. And be a priest. I
didn't even hear it. He said 6 days on that joint. I didn't even hear.
No. Oh, I think you had said that they tell the people to, for 6 days, do whatever.
I heard that.
But when they come on the Sabbath, you better point out.
Yeah, behave yourself. Yeah. We got it, my shop.
So this is them there. I don't know.
Are those other schools? Oh no, that's a count.
Salaki, that one right there, sir, in green.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna pull it back 1 second. Yeah, come on.
And the people viewing us can see this.
Yeah, come on. The other ones. I can't. Just look. You see that arrow? Where the arrow is, and move it to the right where the box is. Right? Move it to up. Right in the corner. Right? Box outline. Come down. This is right there. Just hit that one. What? I don't play boxing. Even look at the hands compared to the sisters' hands.
Vibe. It's an Elamite vibe, and you know what I'm saying?
Come.
Oh my God! Who married that?
This dance was intentionally for the men of the congregation. We wanted to let you guys know we appreciate you for all the things that you do, taking care of us and the children. We just want to say thank you from the brother coming in to the one that been here for almost 17 years. Thank you, and we appreciate you.
That was a strong.
Well, Lord be with her. If she is a sister, Lord be with her. You know what I mean? and I mean, and it looked like a heathen, right?
Yeah, like I'm mine.
Good.
I have, so like, I don't know if you remember last year they had a tape teaching you're supposed to pray for Sodom, and they had a whole LGBTQ breakdown.
I think I remember.
They were saying you had to pray for Sodom, and they pulled scripture from the Apocrypha. Now I understand what I was talking about.
Good,
They were
good.
saying you have to pray for Sodom, and we have Israelite people in the LGBTQ community, so we should be praying for them and not going at the neck. So to say that then,
that could very well be not the Akim, but a male heathen. It's like, go ahead.
In that video that Kevin Shock just played, the sister did say for the brother who came in and kind of handed over to the.
I didn't know. Good.
So,
one more time, Michelle.
Yes,
God damn.
yes. Like that, look, even the profile look like a
See this, right? And listen, Mashak just gave me some background that IUIC taught that we have to pray for Sodom, that we have to pray for them, and that they had LGBTQ members in their organization. They said it in a class that they taught. So now knowing that and seeing this thing, this is ridiculous. This is a full-out transvestite that they ain't scared to put out on video. You know, and once again, Nasty Nate ain't about the kingdom of heaven. No. That's what it's about. He's about his job. He's about his counterintelligence job. You know what I'm saying? To create mischief. And like every witness that ever been part of them and around him said that wherever he go, it said he causes division. That division ain't by accident. That division is to just keep everything topsy-turvy. You know what I'm saying? Slide.
This dance was intentionally for the men of the congregation. We wanted to let you guys know we appreciate you for all the things that you do, taking care of us and the children. We just want to say thank you from the brother coming in to the one.
Right.
Oh, she said, brother coming in.
And point to the one in green.
Give me a little back of
that being here.
That is ridiculous.
Brother coming in to the one that us and the children. We just want to say thank you from the brother coming in.
Oh my God.
From the brother coming in.
Because if it's a brother or man, wouldn't the men be welcome in? But it's the man there.
Yeah,
So she's like,
the brother coming in.
Brother coming in.
That is, see, that's the wide game. Wherever how is, that's the wide game. Like they accepting of everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the church. It's the goddamn church.
Coming in to the one that been here for almost 17 years. Thank you, and we appreciate it.
That's right. Listen, we got to love the brotherhood enough to not let no men dressed up as women come in there, or no transvestites or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't love the brotherhood, but I guess they ain't supposed to. You know what I mean? Isaiah 14:1. I'm gonna get two more scriptures. I know I think we got to. You on that 5 o'clock rollout too, Q, or no? Tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Isaiah 14:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Come.
For the Lord.
And that's why we can't do this. We got to take the straight gate, ISUPK, all the way 10 toes down, and you know, we got to persevere. have faith and patience, and we be out of here before you know it, man. This place will be over. America's going down and down and down. They're at war with each other. They're in a civil cold war right now. You know what I'm saying? They fighting each other, Democrats and the Republicans, and even the Republicans fighting each other, Democrats fighting each other. Let it happen. Let's pray for it more and more. I know this part of my prayer during the Day of Atonement. I asked the Lord, let them fight more. Let it get worse. Let Putin step it up. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it got to take, let's do it. Get it in. If somebody push a button by mistake. Isaiah 14:1. We almost out of here.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
God, we going home. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
The strangers, man. All the people that oppressed us, the people that the book of Psalms said we're going to put chains on and shackles, and we're going to judge them according to the judgment written. Those people, those strangers, they're going to be joined with us. It's going to be trials, man. We're going to have court in that day for the survivors of the heathen. A lot of them ain't going to survive, but the ones that survive, hiding in the holes of the rock and under the sea, them rich folk. You know what I'm saying? The ones with power got bunkers and little floating stations in space. The rich cats flying into space and all that, deep underwater. You best believe they got ships on red alert when something happened. They're going to fill up them ships, go underwater into them caves, got a ton of supplies and things, think they're going to be down there for 10 years. We're going to go knocking on them doors. Boom, 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 pulling them out. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to answer for what they've done. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're going to cleave, man. They're going to be subservient to us. They're going to get all their orders from us. They're going to be under and beneath us like we cleave to them. Give us rights. You got to treat us better. We got to do this. It's like a child begging a parent to be a little kinder to them. You know what I'm saying? Or begging some adult to be kinder to them.
Right.
You understand? We cleaving to them, but it's going to come a day where they're going to cleave to us. Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And Israelite are the people going to take them, the strangers, and bring them to their place, which is right below us, like a dog. Put them on a leash, which is beneath us. You understand? Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Because that's what they were created for from the beginning. They were supposed to be your servants and your handmaids. It just that we erred, man. We erred in the garden. You understand? And then it caused the Lord to take that authority from us. Read.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
They shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And everybody know that. Everybody know whose captives we are. So we're about to take those same people captive. Yeshavian, you said Yeshavian, sir?
Yes, sir.
Which means be seated. Come. So the blessing of being in the ISUPK is that one day, did you want to come up, sir?
No, sir.
Is that we're going to take our captives captive. You understand? That's the blessing of being in this school. Go ahead, read.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule.
And they shall what?
They shall take their captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over.
And they shall what? Rule.
And they shall rule.
And they shall rule. Go ahead.
Over their oppressors.
Over their oppressors. See, in church, they tell you we should be kind. We shouldn't think like this. We shouldn't be thinking about ruling over people. We're all the same. We all bleed red. But I believe all animals bleed red. Well, most of them bleed red, but they ain't our brothers. You understand? Don't make them the same as us because they bleed red. You understand? We are going to rule over our oppressors. All we got to do is maintain this brotherhood like Christ said. All we got to do is maintain this brotherhood, man, like the Bible teaches us. Read on.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear.
And that's going to be a beautiful day, man. Not only will we be ruling over our oppressors, not only will the people that have us in captivity now be our captive, but the Lord said he's going to give us rest from our sorrow. But this place is oppressive. This place is oppressive. And the Lord going to give us rest from our sorrows. Go ahead. Go ahead, mighty man. Slocky. He's reading. Slocky. Can I get my reader? What? Slocky.
God on God. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrows. And from thy fear.
And from thy fear. Imagine that, not being afraid no more. Not being afraid of getting pulled over and profiled anymore. That's going to be a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? Where you can drive down the street like me and Dom Gabar in the car. Broad honking at us. Police. Burr, burr, burr. You ain't got to fear that no more, man. Worry about them or worry about when they do stop you. You got to come up with some reason or some excuse. You know what I'm saying? So they in hope they be lenient on you. No more fear from our oppressors. Go ahead.
God on God. And from the bondage wherein thou wast.
Hard bondage.
And from the bondage.
Hard bondage.
And from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
Finally, we could rest, man. No more hurt feet. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hate it when a black woman come home from the slavery, feet hurting. Because I used to watch my grandmama every night, man. Come in 1 a.m, limping and feet hurt and tired. Pass right out. And tomorrow start the whole day again. Same thing, man. It was ridiculous. You understand? Revelation 21:4. I'll finish with this. Go ahead, Kwam. I mean, Slocky.
Question of topic. I know the parable, but in Luke chapter 20 and verse 18, what does this verse mean? Where it says, "Whosoever shall fall upon that stone shall be broken."
Let me get it. Luke
20 and verse 18.
Luke 20 and 18. Okay, let's go up a little bit. Let's go up 17.
Verse 17. And he beheld them and said, "What is this? Then that is written, the stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner." Verse 18. Whosoever shall fall upon that stone shall be broken. For on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder.
Okay. Well, Christ is the stone. Let's go up a couple more verses for understanding. The Lord, or we're gonna go all the way up to the top of the parable. All right, read 17 again.
Verse 17. And he beheld them and said, "What is this then that is written? The stone which the builders rejected."
Right, the stone which the builders rejected, which is Christ. Go ahead.
"The same is become the head of the corner."
Like he has become the head of the nation. He's the head of the nation. And they rejected him. The builders rejected him, meaning Israel, the leaders, black leaders rejected Christ. And until 2023, reject the spirit of Christ. Read.
Whosoever shall fall upon that stone shall be broken.
If you handle that stone incorrectly, the Most High is going to deal with you. If you fall upon that stone, if you treat Yahweh or today the ISUPK, you know what I mean? You fall upon us, you try to harm us, or you do anything against us, the Most High going to take it up. He's going to take it personal. That's what it says, thou shalt be broken by the Most High. Go ahead.
But on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder.
But whosoever it shall fall, talking about, okay, what's that stone, Christ, whoever he goes against, he's going to grind them to powder. You understand? Whoever he's against is going to get grinded to powder. Meaning, in essence, Christ is going to win. At the end of everything, he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he wants, like he said it's a scripture, he says, and I have lost nothing, but shall raise it up again in the last day. Whatever he wants is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he falls on or lands on is going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And whoever fights against him, which is what the word they use, who fall upon that stone, fall upon him, or his spirit is going to lose in the end. It's going to be destroyed in the end. It's just talking about winning and losing. If you come against the Lord in the order of spirit, you're going to lose in the end. You know what I'm saying? No problem, no problem. So did I ever finish that? Let me finish Revelation, Salakia. 21:4.
God, the book of Revelation, chapter 21, and verse 4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Once again, this is the kingdom. This is salvation, man. This is when we come get rescued from America, when we come rescued from all the oppressors around the world. The Lord is going to wipe away. He just said we're going to rule over our oppressors, right? We're going to rule over them, and we're going to have rest from our sorrow, fear, and all the hard bondage and slaveries and work that we do to make this place great while they give us pennies. You understand? While they get rich and we build this empire, they give us a little pennies for it. 21:4. Read it again.
God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Damn right. Go ahead.
And there shall be no more death.
Go ahead.
Neither sorrow.
Go ahead.
Nor crying.
Uh-huh.
Neither shall there be any more pain.
Go ahead.
For the former things are passed away.
For the former things, this corrupt, evil place we live in, man, or place is. You know what I'm saying? America being a superpower, but their reach is far and wide in oppressing us. You understand? They teach other nations to oppress us. But a day is coming where we're going to be free from all of that, man. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. We're going to be free and live. Talking about y'all too. This sisterhood also.
This precept here, I remember a sister asked where it goes there, former things are passed away, and then the follow it says no more pain. So she was asking, are women still going to go through pain when giving birth? Because that was a punishment.
Okay. Well, that's up to the Most High. That's up to the Most High. But like you said, that pain was to remember, you know, what happened in the garden. So maybe I wish they didn't have to go through it. I hope there's a day they will not have to go through it. You know what I'm saying? And just pop them babies out. You know what I mean? And live wonderful. You know what I mean? Anything else before we close? All right, with that, I'll turn the class over to Priest and Officer Dominic, who's ever on guard. Priest and Officer Shamgar.
All right, flip it up. This is the ISUPK security announcements. ISUPK security announcements. Really, ISUPK started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command General Hunter. Rule for a new Brotherhood system. When a new Brotherhood system comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves in the world. If you need transportation, teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6-month period which the brother and sister will call each other. After that 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means 10% in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives you the treasury department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering to a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the
closing of the Feast of Tabernacles.
Closing of the Feast of Tabernacles. You understand? Remind all Akim and Aquaslin, check the billboard to the ball in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, scarf, and that. Men of Israel, imagine. You can stand. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Sa, sorry, Yadim Matah. Sa, which means to turn, face the sisters. Men of Israel, imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Yadim Matah. Class dismissed.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them